Goodness. What are your thoughts on self-checkout?
I mean, I'm a fan. Why?
Yeah? Okay. I'm in a group chat, and there's one guy in there. He's 45 years old, never owned a credit card. And
we all have one friend like that.
Yeah. I've got like 2 of them. Yeah. Or 3.
All his money's in his mattress.
Yeah. He works off the books.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, he's totally against self-checkout. He's like, nah, like, why am I going to go to their store, their place of employment, and check myself out when they should be doing that?
See, the argument against that is usually like it puts people out of jobs.
Right.
But, I mean, there's Bill Burr had a bit about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, like it was something about he got a sandwich and was like, mayo and this and that, and they're like, oh well, the mayo's over there, and he's like, no, I give you 100% of the money to make 100% of the sandwich.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. I'm not against that.
I like how quick it is.
Yeah, that's my thing. That was my argument. I was like, yo, so what if like I'm in a rush? You know? And he was like, I'm never in a rush when I go to ShopRite. I was like, okay, dude. Like,
it's the same thing as when I get something from Amazon with Prime shipping. Like, I'm doing it because it's convenient and I'm a little lazy. I don't like to like really overanalyze the logistics of it.
Exactly. Yeah, this dude, he was tripping. He was like trying to start a revolution within the group chat, like trying to convince everyone.
He's whipping people up to the anti-self-checkout cause.
I was like, dude, what are we doing right now?
I don't know. That's not my hill to die on.
Yeah. So I've been to Wawa twice in the last week, and I skipped over the self-checkout. So
he got in your head. He got in your head.
I may have joined the cause. I'm not saying.
Viva la revolucion.
I'm Daryl.
Chuck.
And you're listening to episode 5? Number 5. We finally hit a nickel. All right. Of the cast covering the greatest collection of B through Z movies found on the streaming service Tubi, you're listening to Down the
Tubi.
All right. And today we're talking about 2 movies, one from the 90s, one from actually 10 years apart. Now that I'm looking at it. We've got
82 and 92.
82 and 92. We're going to cover 92 first. It is a action-adventure comedy directed by Aaron Norris, starring Jonathan Brandis and Chuck Norris.
Kind of.
Well,
let's talk. The movie's called Sidekicks. Excuse me.
That's the one.
But I want to like quick get into. You said Jonathan Brandis and Chuck Norris. First off, the cast of this movie is fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
Because I didn't know a ton about this movie, and the credits roll. Beau Bridges is first billed,
yes,
which is weird. That's first off, and then the cast just keeps on rolling. Bull from Night Court,
yeah, Richard Mole,
Winnie Cooper,
Danica McKellar,
and fucking Joe Piscopo playing the villain.
Yeah, Joe Piscopo is unhinged.
Joe Piscopo playing the Cobra Kai dojo role.
Yeah, he's John Kreese.
All right, so first off, second off now, let's go back a bit. The backstory of this movie, the director is Aaron Norris, who is in fact Chuck Norris's brother. He directed a bunch of Chuck stuff, a bunch of his movies, a few episodes of 4 episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger, as well as the television film Walker, Texas Ranger: Trial by Fire.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
2005, so it was like a reunion. Wow. Yeah. Top Dog, the Chuck Norris and a Dog film.
I remember that.
Delta Force 2, although not the first one.
Not the first one.
Directed by Aaron Norris, this was apparently a passion project for a well-known Houston furniture magnate by the name of Mattress Mac. He owns and operates the Gallery Furniture retail chain based in Houston. He is apparently like a local celebrity.
Really?
Like apparently if you live in Houston, you know Mattress Mac.
So he's like Ashley Schaefer BMW.
Kinda, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's also very politically active, has donated to Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Lauren Boebert, Madison Cawthorn, but
a bunch of people I don't care about.
Yeah, we'll leave that there. Chuck Mattress Mac. Also, his name's Jim Mackingvale, but he goes by Mattress Mac.
Like he goes by that.
Mattress Mac is his nom de plume. Yeah.
Okay. He probably signs checks as Mattress Mac.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He Chuck Norris had done a bunch of commercials for
Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac. And so in conjunction with Chuck Norris and his Kick Drugs Out of School campaign, Mattress Mac laid down $8 million to get this movie made, which according to this was most of the budget.
Yeah, I'm checking it out now. Because it cost between $8 to $10 million.
Mattress Mac wrote a book apparently called Always Think Big, and he said that going into film and producing was, quote, extremely hard work.
As opposed to selling mattresses, I guess. Okay.
So my point being with all of that is this was a true vanity project for everybody involved. Like, it was just like this fucking guy thinking, I'm going to make a movie. Yeah. And Chuck Norris being like, oh shit, I'm going to throw my brother some more work. Even though, as we'll get into, Chuck Norris didn't really want to be in this movie because he's not really in it all that much.
He's really not in it all that much.
I'm not, there's no like written record of Chuck Norris saying, I don't want to be in this movie. But I get the vibe from his level of participation that he was doing this as a favor and was like, okay.
Gotcha.
I mean, you can tell me if you think that. Anyway, all right. So Sidekicks.
Let's jump into the log line.
Please.
So, directed by platoon leaders Aaron Norris, Sidekicks is a 1992 martial arts, would you say fantasy film?
There's definitely a lot of fantasy in it. Yeah,
definitely. About a mentally unstable teenager who is chronically mishandled. And how he kind of, he doesn't like overcome anything. He overcomes his asthma,
Yeah, magically.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Let me just say that we are going to make light at different points of the fact that this character is clearly unhinged, and it's meant as no disrespect to Jonathan Brandis, who clearly had mental issues himself and ended up taking his own life about 10 years after this.
Yeah. This is in no way related.
Yeah, we're talking about what even was his name? Walter?
No, Barry Gabrewski.
I knew it was some like old person name. Yeah. We're not talking about Jonathan. May he rest in peace. We're talking about Barry.
Yes.
And so we open up with what turns out to be a fantasy sequence, and there's many, many fantasy sequences in this movie because Barry is a teenager that lives in his own head, and he's always going on adventures with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess these are all supposed to be tied into different Chuck Norris movies.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
If you know Chuck Norris, like there's supposed to be some wink, wink, nudge, nudge references. I don't know a lot about Chuck Norris's filmography. I've seen a couple of things, but yeah, the jokes did not land for me.
No,
so much as there were jokes.
Same here. I'm vaguely familiar with Chuck Norris's filmography, and a lot of the stuff I saw, I was just taking it as, okay, they're just parodying Chuck Norris movies, I didn't get any extra subtext from all of it. It was just,
it's almost like it's almost like a shittier version of The Last Action Hero in these parts.
Yeah. There we go.
Or there's a Woody Allen movie called Purple Rose of Cairo where the guy like imagines himself in movies. There's a little bit of that too.
Okay.
So they rescue a damsel in distress. Him and Chuck are dressed as ninjas. They do kind of like a 360 double kick move, like in a circle at the end of this particular one. That's kind of sick looking.
It was like a standing hurricane kick.
Yeah. That was kind of tough.
Yeah, to take out like 50 ninjas. It was incredible.
And the damsel in distress, traditionally in all of his fantasies, is his teacher,
Maureen Chan.
Chan?
Yeah,
played by Julie Hickson Soul. Nixon. Yeah. Julie Nixon Soul. Sorry, I can't read today. Julie Nixon. I'm not a crook. Who was in some movies, nothing super noteworthy. And she was in Rambo First Blood Part 2, Amityville A New Generation, the Double Dragon movie, which is on Tubi, and I have kind of mentally bookmarked for another time.
Good, because I'm a fan.
Oh, Jesus.
Robert Patrick is like the Shadow Master. It's so awesome.
So
Alyssa Milano.
So he wakes up. Winnie Cooper, Danica McKellar, is his classmate and seemed to like takes some pity on him or something and is sticking up for him with his classmates. And he takes a hit. We learn early that he's got asthma. And as someone with asthma myself, one thing that I learned from this movie is that asthma inhalers have come a long way in terms of being streamlined and stuff.
Oh my god!
Because his asthma inhaler's like the size of a football.
It's like an '80s cell phone. It's like Zach Morris's cell phone.
It's like Zach Morris asthma inhaler.
Like, this shit is incredible.
Oh, I love that.
So after Miss Chan steps in after the kids are like ridiculing him. Like, she, shoos Winnie Cooper away and is like, I gotta talk to Barry.
Yeah. She clearly, the teacher as well, likes Barry, thinks he's a good kid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's the only one that it seems like takes his mental condition seriously.
Yeah.
The rest of them are, clowning him.
Yeah, she takes a meeting with Dad, and that's when we meet his dad, played by Beau Bridges. And it's if you've seen any movie like this, it's just a collection of cliches, right? His mom died when he was younger.
Yep.
Dad works too much.
Yeah.
Means well, but, doesn't understand the work-life balance, blah, 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 blah. They're meeting in the band room for some reason.
Right? It's like she's the English teacher.
Yeah,
the fuck are they in the band room?
Yeah, there's a cello in the background.
Right? Random as hell. So during the conference, she's really voicing concerns about his mental state. And Jerry responds by going on a tangent about his son's inactivity, compares him to geniuses and humanitarians before landing on asthma to justify his son's daydreaming.
Yeah. Asthma doesn't make you daydream.
No, it's where the fuck are you getting that
from? Barry needs lithium or something. Barry needs antipsychotics, not an asthma.
That's what he needs.
Yeah, poor Barry.
And what he definitely doesn't need is karate lessons.
But that's what he's going to get, because next we get introduced to the fake Cobra Kai led by comedian, quote-unquote, Joe Piscopo.
I have it in my notes. Oh, we got the 2B Cobra Kai in here.
It's 2B Cobra
That's
Kai.
What we got.
Joe Piscopo sucks.
Absolutely.
He's just, there's... I don't understand how he had the career he did. Because he was in movies for a while. He spent 4 years on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Ebony and Ivory.
Was that him?
That's him.
Yeah, he's in a very good shape. He's jacked, and he does to use that as an excuse to take his shirt off much later in the movie.
When he hulks out? What?
Woo!
I was like, check this guy out.
But yeah, Joe Piscopo is up there in terms of guys that made a career out of supposedly being funny that I don't understand.
I feel you.
Why people think they were funny.
Yeah.
He has a line early on where he goes, "We don't wear shoes on the mat here, mister." Yeah. Very strange line delivery. There's a lot of odd acting choices going on in this movie.
Most by Joe Piscopo.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, so let's clock how many fantasy scenes are in this. Because then we jump into...
Did you do that?
No, we're going to do it as we go along.
Okay.
So we jump into number 2 here. And this one is particularly problematic because it's like a Vietnam War thing. And Joe Piscopo has a Fu Manchu and is doing a very oh, ho, 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 oh, so type thing.
Joe Piscomanchu is wildin'.
And then there's a point in it where he gets flown through the air via, I forget if he gets kicked or if it's an explosion or something. He just goes, whoa!
I think it's a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sends him wildin'.
Yeah, it's problematic.
Yeah. So I noticed that in every fantasy, Miss Chan is being held captive, tied up.
Yeah.
So Barry clearly has some type of fixation on his English teacher.
And we should say that even starting in the conference scene that we just talked about, it's clear that there's going to be something going on between Barry's dad and the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no comparison. She's a beautiful woman, and Beau Bridges is a fucking schlub.
Before I knew what her name was, I had her described as hot Asian woman.
She's beautiful, even though I think she might only be part Asian.
Yeah, definitely.
Hot mixed race woman.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into how I know she's a part Asian. We don't need to.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, so
So, there's an English teacher who plays some kind of role in this movie. He calls Barry hopeless. And I wrote that it's just people treat this kid like he has terminal cancer. It's just fucking asthma.
Yeah, called him slow and impaired.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He just can't breathe sometimes. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know if schools were that problematic in the 90s, but they might have been. I always think about that, and we'll get into that when we talk about the bullies in this movie. Were bullies as over the top back in the day as they're portrayed in movies? I don't really know.
Not in my school.
No, mine either. Then we meet some new characters at the airport, including Mako, who plays Mr. Lee. Mako is a character actor who's in a bunch of stuff. Mako he's a Japanese fellow. He was in Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, 7 Years in Tibet. He played Mr. Yamaguchi in Rugrats in Paris, the movie.
Oh, and he's Splinter in TMNT.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. The completely CG one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. Chris Evans is like Casey Jones, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is April, I think.
I want to say I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we skipped over a fantasy.
Which one?
Yeah, after Noreen, Miss Chan, is talking to the jerk off English teacher.
Yeah,
she goes into the classroom and Barry's there, and Barry's like falling asleep on the desk. He wakes up and he sees a helicopter coming over, and Chuck Norris is like hanging from a ladder. So now this gave me the thought. I was like, okay, a lot of times Barry was entering Chuck's world. Now Chuck is entering Barry's.
Damn, that's an excellent.
So like that's where we're at now in this story.
I guess I found nothing notable about that because I didn't write it down.
Yeah. I was just like, whoa, what's happening?
Was that a quick one?
It's a real quick one. Yeah, because then she like wakes him up and then she's like, all right, my uncle's going to teach you karate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, okay, that's how we got to this conclusion.
So in the airport, we get our first racial slur at 1842. I had 1842.
Yeah, I got 39.
18 is something.
Okay.
Someone calls Mr. Lee a not nice word, and then he does a magic trick and makes his cigar appear in his pocket.
Well, the Anglo-Saxon commuter tells Miss Chan's uncle, tell that chink to douse that cigar.
Yeah. So Mr. Lee owns a restaurant known as the Frying Dragon, which is super fucking racist.
Which is
super racist.
Yeah, because like I was looking at it, I was like the frying dragon, like the frying. I was like, this is so fucked
that
up.
Is that is so intentional.
I was like, Aaron Norris, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
just
wild.
Call it the flying. Oh, yeah. See, I almost just call it the Flying Dragon, man.
And then people repeatedly say the Frying Dragon towards the end of the film. It's like, come on now.
So they're all having a meal there. The teacher, what's her name again?
Noreen.
Noreen says to Beau Bridges that her uncle really liked him, and I wrote, was something cut out here because you don't see the scene where they meet. They just reference it.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Lee is, I'm going to steal your term, he's to be Mr. Miyagi.
Yep. I wrote that. Oh, we've got to be Mr. Miyagi too.
Yeah. And at that point I said, even with the unflattering haircut, because she's got kind of a weird like bangs thing going on, even with the unflattering haircut, this woman is way too hot for Beau Bridges.
For real.
And at that point, for some reason, like hick motorcycle gang comes into the restaurant and starts causing trouble, which I have so many questions about this. Like, these guys are like, we're going to come in and ask for food and just hassle. The one guy has an insane mullet wig that looks so bad. I wrote, I don't understand. Why is this fat, sweaty man so angry at the Chinese restaurant? Like, they basically they come in and sit down and they're like, bring us some egg foo young or some shit.
And there's other tables they could have sat. You know, they chose to sit at that one.
But I mean, I guess this is just an excuse. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they weren't even open because there was nobody else in there.
True.
Yeah,
true.
Maybe they just barged in. But
or it was just Tuesday.
And then we
slow.
And then we start with I guess the point of this is to show us that Mr. Lee can fight, right?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And this fight scene is like really slapsticky. It's very like Three Stooges. A guy gets punched in, the fat dude gets punched in the nuts and his head ends up going through a ceiling fan.
It's like Tubi Jackie Chan-esque.
Yeah, for sure.
We gotta stop using Tubi as like a derogatory term.
No, we love Tubi. All do love and respect to Tubi. And then he says, lesson number 2, believe what is, not what you think. What a script.
Yeah, that sounds like a Chuck Norrisism.
And it's nice that the biker gang showed up to illustrate that point. There's another fantasy sequence here, and I didn't write anything about what it was because I think I was already annoyed by that point. So
is this the next day when Barry's walking to school?
When he's walking to school.
Yeah, and the inner monologue is just going ham.
Yeah, so that makes 4.
That's 4.
Is there anything to say about that one?
Not Not really. He just imagines himself on the front lines. It doesn't really go anywhere.
No, this device is already way tired by this point. Yeah. Like it takes a half-hour long premise and stretches it out into an hour and 40-minute long movie.
Absolutely. And I think they kind of know that it's a tired bit because there's even scenes where we get like off camera fantasizing, like when Mr. Lee is throwing the dough balls at him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He bleeps out like 9 times because he's like, how the fuck am I hitting you 9 times in the face with dough balls?
Yeah.
So, like, he apparently slides into this shit super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. He's got problems.
So, yeah, this was the point where I wrote, are we sure he needs an inhaler, not antipsychotics?
There we go.
He's wearing clothes on the way to school. By the way, we should say he's walking to school because Mr. Lee told him, you will walk to school tomorrow. Winnie Cooper rolls by in the back of a Beamer with her parents.
Do you have her as Winnie Cooper in your notes?
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah,
that's
fuck
crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's who she is. And she says, Barry, you're going to be late. You want to ride? And I don't give a fuck what your karate teacher says. You get in that Beamer with Winnie Cooper.
Absolutely.
Fuck you.
Absolutely.
We're in English class with the dickhead teacher. Barry gets a Hamlet quote, and the idiot bully starts bullying him because, God forbid, he be cultured.
Yeah. Well, the teacher was an asshole to the kid.
Oh, all the teachers are assholes. Yeah. We haven't even seen Bull from Night Court as the asshole gym teacher yet.
He said to Randy, though, Cellini, that's the kid.
Randy Cellini, yeah.
To be Johnny Lawrence.
Racist Randy Cellini, but we'll get into that later.
He says, your competition for class dumbbell is rapidly diminishing.
Yeah, and we get an ableist slur at 3146 is where I had it.
There we go.
Where'd you have it?
I actually didn't clock that.
Oh, yeah. There's an R word there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
come on, you gotta be more on your toes.
Man, I'm usually on it. Damn.
And then we get the first of like a whole bunch of To Be Karate Kid training sequences.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. I clocked all of them. I was like, this is nuts.
All right, so that's one.
That's one.
Okay, and then finally, we meet the gym class. The gym teacher, where Bull is like, now that's another thing. Were gym teachers this fucked up in the 90s?
Mine weren't.
No, mine weren't either. No. Shout out Mr. Brimberg.
Hey, Miss Schuster.
Yeah, Mr. Bull says things like lard ass.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Like, it's like Porky's.
And then what's this? 4 or 5 fantasy sequences, because all of a sudden we're in the
5.
Old West.
This is number 5.
Yeah, Joe Piscopo's there. He's got a drawn-on fake beard.
Yeah.
At that point, I wrote,
a spray tan.
I wrote, I'd love to fast forward this.
I mean, but this is when we meet Lone Wolf and Little Lone Wolf.
Yeah, well, I wrote, why is he Lone Wolf if there's 2 of them?
Right.
It's like, sense. Have you ever seen Airheads?
Yes.
Yeah, the name of the band is the Lone Rangers. And the recurring joke is, how can you be lone if there's 3 of you? And there's a good part here where Jonathan Brandis just starts like slapping the shit out of Joe Piscopo.
Yeah.
Like, I challenge you to a duel type stuff.
This is after they have their shots of milk, which is crazy.
And I said, honestly, who hasn't wanted to repeatedly slap the shit out of Joe Piscopo?
There you go.
And then I wrote, this is starting to get Three Stooges like again. It gets very slapsticky. We get back to reality, and gym teacher Bull says, it's been a while since your last physical examination. Pause.
Hey.
And then, of course, as a form of mental torture, because that's what gym teachers in movies do, he forces him to climb the rope in front of everybody. And I said, Barry's hallucinating, Chuck climbing the rope next to him. He's really pretty disturbed.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, Barry's struggling to climb it. Yeah. Chuck appears next to him.
And he starts crushing it.
Yeah.
Barry climbs the shit out of that rope.
Because Chuck is telling him what to do. So I'm like, did Barry always know how to climb the rope, but he needed to visualize Chuck next to him?
Well, the last note that I wrote on this movie is maybe the real Chuck Norris was the friends we made along the way.
Hey, that's so profound.
So Barry gets up to... Thank you.
Oh, man. All right, let's keep going.
Then Barry climbs the rope, and we cut to the next scene, and I wanted to see Barry get down, because in my experience, that's the hardest part of climbing the rope. I think he burned the shit out of his hands.
Yeah, man. His hands are fucked.
So he's walking home with Winnie Cooper. I guess for the sake of verisimilitude, Winnie Cooper's character's name is Lauren. Yeah. But she's Winnie Cooper.
She's Winnie Cooper.
Yeah. So they're walking home together. She said, "This is where I get off." I said, "You're damn right."
Barry's like, "You know it, bitch."
And Barry finally
shoots his shot.
Barry shoots his shot, and Barry unfortunately mistook pity for interest, and that's brutal.
He's got shot down worse than Bruce with studs.
Bruce and the studs. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah. Embarrassed, Barry runs away like Quasimodo, wheezing all the way home, then destroys his inhaler.
He smashes his inhaler. And
why? You're wheezing on the whole run.
And I got really pissed off because, like, this is not how asthma works. But... So, and we get to maybe the strangest fantasy sequence where Bull from Night Court is playing a Nazi and is torturing him.
Yes,
which is just strange for a children's movie.
I was like SS officer torturing him. Random.
So six fantasy sequences?
We're at the 6th.
Yeah, at that point I wrote, this device should have been used about 6 less times. Yeah. Like, we got the picture after 1 or 2.
We know
and at least when we get back from the fantasy sequence, we find out that he ends up in the hospital because he smashed his asthma inhaler.
Yeah.
I said, thinking you can mentally overcome your asthma is some RFK Jr. type shit.
2025, man.
So we're in the hospital. Mr. Lee goes to see him, and he immediately pulls down my man's gown and starts rubbing some sort of balm on him, and
on his chest.
Yeah,
and
I said,
"What is happening?"
I said, "Mr. Lee, I don't think it's chill to just go in a dark hospital room and pull a young child's hospital gown down.
No, doesn't turn the lights on or anything.
No, it's still there's still mood lighting in there.
The adults are talking. He like slides off quietly, goes into the room. I was like, "The fuck is happening?"
Yeah, and Jonathan Brandis, Walter, Bob, whatever the fuck his name is.
Barry.
He says it's starting to burn, and it would have been funny as shit at that moment if it was just like, code blue, boop, 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 boop. Mr. Lee killed him by accident. Right. Movie over.
Credits start rolling.
And guess what we get after that? A training montage. All of a sudden, Mr. Lee drives a hippie van, much like the guy from Surf Ninjas. So,
Zatch.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he can just jog in front of it without his lungs malfunctioning.
Amazing.
Then he's riding a bike in some kind of fountain, which apparently I did when I was researching the movie. Apparently that is a Houston landmark.
Okay. Oh, so the movie's in Texas.
Oh, the whole movie's like it's for real set in Houston.
Okay.
My man Mattress Mac made sure that it was a very local affair. But yeah, he's making him drink weird shit to give him confidence. It's not actually real. He's some like mysterious tea to help cure his physical ailments.
Ginseng.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit a wellness influencer would be peddling in 2025.
Placebo and the fuck out of this kid.
Yeah. I don't know why I wrote at that point, but I did say I still don't buy that dorky Espo Bridges is getting that woman all hot and bothered.
Right? She's like, say hi to your dad for me.
Yeah.
I was like, Miss Chan clearly has a thing for men that struggle getting their shit together. I was like, so she needs to find me.
Yeah. Like, yo, girl, right? I am a stunted child. How you doing?
You know, I love comic books.
He's at home, and his dad says he smells like sewage because of the stinky shit that Mr. Lee is making him drink. Now we're back.
So now I'm like concerned. Like, what is he really giving him? Like,
yeah. We're back in gym. I wrote, I'm having a hard time describing this movie because it's so repetitive. And Brad, Walter, Bob, John, Barry decides he's going to take gym today. And gym teacher Bull says, "Oh, you're no longer a baby," which is a fucked up thing to say to a high school student with a physical ailment. We find out that the Frying Dragon has a $3.99 lunch buffet
and a $4.99 dinner buffet.
What do you? They better put out the crab legs for dinner.
Yeah, shit.
Mr. Lee gifts him some nunchucks and says the greatest gift you'll ever possess is self-control. This script is dog shit.
So I wrote, now we're training the mentally unstable kid with weapons.
Yeah, not the best idea. No. And we literally just do a scene where he fumbles them and hits himself because they wanted to have Mr. Lee make a pun about, quote, using your head. Yep. They needed to throw that in there. And they train some more so Bo and the teacher have a chance to flirt. Yeah. She's going to show him how to She's going to show him, I wrote, oh my God, she's going to show him how to ballet dance. This is brutal.
It's more important to be graceful here.
Oh my God, I wrote that line down too. And then she touches his heart.
I was like, oh man.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
At that point I
have problems too, Noreen. Come find me.
I wrote, no wonder these script writers don't have Wikipedia entries. They didn't do much. There's a lot of Pepsi product placement in this. At this point, he's driving the hippie van, and there's a Pepsi label side out, like in a cup holder facing the camera.
Oh, man. Back to the Future style.
I wrote, oh, my God, is this just a 40-minute long training montage?
Yeah, we get another one.
Okay, so now we're in the gym, and this is a crazy fucking scene. The bully dudes are watching cheerleading practice. I wrote that there's a slur for Native Americans during cheerleading practice at 58-17 because that's the team name.
The Redskins.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the school name again? I can't remember.
I forget.
Yeah, it's something, but Redskins. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, holy shit.
So at that point, Cellini and Barry get into it like they always do. Cellini calls him Barry Wary, which is a great preschool burn.
Yeah, and he says, up yours, Cellini.
And then they get into a fight, and he holds his own in the gym. Now, at this point, and I rewound this to make sure that I saw it correctly, Cellini is wearing a denim vest, and it's got a swastika drawn in the back of it.
Holy shit.
Permanent marker.
What?
Yeah,
Neo-Nazis.
I double and triple check that.
Whoa.
So, like,
we
why...
got neo-Nazis in both of these films.
Why isn't everyone beating this dude up?
Seriously.
Why isn't he being suspended from school for wearing this? I have, like, who in the... Who in the costume design was like, this dude should have, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Now, I'm wondering, what year does this film take place in? Is it 1992 or is it 2025?
You didn't think it was contemporary?
Yeah, because I'm wondering now.
So, yeah, he doesn't beat Cellini up, but it's a draw, which is a big deal for him.
Yeah, and that's enough for Winnie Cooper to want the dick all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, for the teacher said, the gym teacher, after the fight, or not the gym teacher, the English teacher, or is it the gym teacher? Yeah, he goes, you got less brains than a woodpecker on an aluminum telephone pole. And I wrote, great script once again. And so Winnie's like, so what are you doing after school or whatever the fuck? And fuck you, Winnie Cooper.
Yeah, right?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You didn't want me when I was some asthmatic dork. You ain't getting this when I'm Mr. Cool, I can fight with neo-Nazi Cellini. No.
Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot hose all on me.
Mike Jones. Fuck that. I wouldn't give her the time of day. And I'm not even kidding. She's clearly an asshole.
Clearly.
She wanted no parts of him when he was just some dork. No. Fuck you, Winnie Cooper.
But Barry's a simp. So he's like... Yeah. He's like Rick James, the Dave Chappelle Rick James gif, where he's like pulling them close.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what he's like now.
So, guess what? Another fantasy sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Brandis has a mullet in this one, which I like. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I said, I don't even really know what to write about this, but Piscopo has a goofy fake tan, and there's at one point in this, it's a shootout in a factory.
Yeah,
right?
it's the hitman.
Yeah. And at one point, he shoots out a guy's knee, and it's pretty fucking brutal looking for a kid's movie.
Goodness.
Like, did you know? Did you catch that?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it looks like his leg shatters.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then
like
I said,
RoboCop style.
Yeah, I said they seem to have written about a 40-minute long movie and padded it out with this shit. Chuck Norris also didn't seem to be especially interested in being in it that much. Then so we go to Brandis doing pull-ups. And I wrote he for sure wasn't actually doing those pull-ups.
Oh, absolutely
There
not.
was someone holding his legs at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so we're an hour into the movie, and
40 minutes left.
Yeah, what I assumed to be like the whole thrust of the movie, which was Jonathan Brandis competing in a karate tournament.
Of course.
Finally, an hour into it,
we get it.
We get the karate tournament introduced.
You know, so once we get the karate tournament,
Cellini's like, you want a rematch? Let's do it here.
Yep.
Which Cellini wouldn't do that. Cellini's a fucked up neo-Nazi, so Cellini would just like club him like Jeff Galooly style or something.
So of course we get another training montage.
Before that, they take a trip to the zoo.
Oh,
Mr. Lee,
right.
The teacher,
Miss
the
Chan.
mom, and Winnie Cooper's there.
Yeah, the mom. There's no mom.
So the dad, sorry.
Wait, the dad goes?
Yeah, the dad's there.
Does? Okay.
Yeah, no, they're him and the teacher are taking any opportunity to get more chummy.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Lee goes on about a dancing tortoise or something.
Right.
Then we get the training montage set to some sweet Casio keyboard music.
Yeah, and this is like the most intense training montage.
Oh yeah,
yet.
He's back at the fountain riding his bike all around it.
Yeah, and Mr. Lee has time to scam teenage girls while Barry's training. So.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
he's over there hustling.
So now we're finally at the tournament, and why not? We have built this tournament up for 90 whole seconds of the movie. It really feels meaningful. We literally it's like an afterthought. Like, oh, by the way, there's a tournament. So I mean, we've built up to this. So let's go.
Yeah, I wrote missed opportunity for a Karate Kid crossover.
Yeah,
they could have had Daniel come in as the 2-time champion. Let's have some words. I
don't know if you took note of any of the other dojo names, but there were some funny ones. No, the Kick Connection came in second place last year.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I would go to the Kick Connection. Joe Piscopo is one of those guys who like thinks people remember him, but they don't. Because finally Chuck Norris shows up like real, not in a fantasy sequence, and he's like talking to some people in his cowboy hat and boots. By the way, where is Chuck Norris? Where is Chuck Norris from?
In like real life?
Yeah, he's from Bryan, Oklahoma. Yeah, it's a very, very small town. So I was just making sure that his whole cowboy image was not cultural appropriation.
So it's authentic.
But yeah, he comes from a town with a his name's Carlos? That's weird.
Holy shit.
He comes from a town with a population of 667 people, so I'll allow it.
Wow. He's undoubtedly the most famous person to come out of that town.
Oh, yeah. He might be the only person. Everybody else from that town in Oklahoma probably still lives there. Yeah.
Just him and his brother left.
So, yeah, he's like chopping it up with some people, and Joe Piscopo just walks up apropos of nothing. He's like, I wish you were in this tournament, Chuck, so I could kick your ass.
Chuck, like that guy never changes.
And apparently, because they need a plot device to get Chuck Norris involved in this somehow, your team has to be 4 people, no more, no less.
That's right.
So you got Mr. Lee, you got the teacher, you got John,
Barry,
you got Dagwood, Jonathan Brandis' character.
Dagwood.
And so Noreen is going to proposition Chuck to be their number 4.
Yeah, she's going to use some of her feminine mystique. And I was like, Jerry is losing to the imaginary version of this guy to his son, and the real version of this guy to his girl.
There's a great the guy taking applications to be in the karate competition is like real snarky and like actually kind of steals the movie. The first competition is kata, and for those who are not aware, kata is like almost like a dancey thing where you do like a sequence of karate moves to yourself. And I said the first competition is kata because there's nothing more exciting for a movie than watching people karate kick the fucking air.
Hey, look, I had no problem with what Noreen was doing, okay? I was all in.
Well, apparently they had a problem with it because Noreen's kata comes in second.
Crazy. Her kata was far superior to that other girl's.
The announcer guy, the next competition after that is breaking bricks.
Yes.
And the announcer goes, is it red or white wine with bricks?
Yeah, right. Mr. Lee comes with, wait, can we talk about that?
What?
Once they get signed up for the tournament, Mr. Lee's like, oh, I gotta go to work, so I'll be back.
Yeah, Mr. Lee just leaves.
I was like, what the fuck?
But he comes back in time to break his bricks. And the announcer with the blue suit and the mullet, at another point, he goes, we're going to be eating humble brick here, Dave.
I wrote that down.
They just let this dude improv, and he actually came up with a couple mildly funny lines. He's like Fred Ward in Best in Show.
Yeah.
So Mr. Lee comes back and he wins the brick breaking.
Yeah, and he comes back in his apron. There's no like, why did he leave? Is there some big mystery? No, he legitimately left.
No, he had dinner service.
That was legitimately it. I mean, was like, this is wild.
Why don't you hire somebody, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, right? Or why didn't the script writer just give him the day off?
Yeah.
You know, like that would have been so much simpler.
The next competition is more kata, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. We see Chuck Norris changing, and it's good that he happened to have his gi on him.
Yeah.
He was ready to go in case some random ragtag team asked him to participate.
Is it fair that Chuck Norris is participating in this?
No,
because he like wipes everybody that he's up against.
No, and then we get to the actual like fighting competition, that portion, and I have a lot to say about this. Firstly, I'm pretty sure this is kickboxing, not karate.
Yes,
like they're wearing gloves, they're like hitting the shit. Karate competitions, at least if Karate Kid did not steer me wrong, like you get a hit and then you stop. And then you reset. Yep. These people are trying to kill each other. Yeah. And The movie turns into fucking Bloodsport for a minute here. Because you see Joe Piscopo and Chuck Norris just beating the shit out of this series.
It's super bloody. Shit is kind of crazy.
Like, the tone really changes for a second.
It gets real.
It's crazy. Yeah. I did write, at this point, I have no clue how this competition is judged or who's winning.
All right. Wait, are you on Chuck Norris versus Joe Piscopo yet?
Not yet, because my next note is midway through the fight, Joe Piscopo just pulls off his gloves and his shirt and just like decides to go beast mode. And maybe I'm giving Sidekicks too much credit in dissecting the logic of it, but there's rules in these competitions. If he took off his gloves and shit, I think the fight would immediately be thrown out.
He's thrown. He's DQ.
Yeah, they're like, no, this is just Mortal Kombat. We're just doing it.
I'm not Shang Tsung. What are you guys doing?
Joe Piscopo just had a grappling hook. Go. He said, "Get over here," and we're just letting it slide, bro.
Anything goes. Wait, we skipped another hallucination.
Oh, what? Jesus, what's this? 7?
Yeah, this is like 7.
7, 8?
Yeah, because Barry's working with the nunchucks.
Okay.
And then he like blacks out and he imagines himself as the ninja. And it's like the white ninja, and his face is concealed because he's about to do some shit.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Brandis wasn't that guy.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, in the beginning, too, when they're in the white ninja outfit, it's like there's a real, like, clear shot of the stuntman's face. Yeah. I assume Chuck was doing his own stunts, although maybe not with the level of enthusiasm he seems to have for this movie.
And all those backflips, I don't think that was them.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, it was flips on flips. It was crazy.
So Chuck Norris wins because Joe Piscopo's a bitch ass.
Yep.
Which somehow, I still don't understand how they got to this, makes the competition a tie.
Yeah. And then I have in my notes, this shit is ass.
This shit is mega ass. Yes. The big finale is, of course, breaking bricks again.
Barry versus Cellini.
Yeah, Cellini breaks, 8? And then Barry has to do 9.
No, Barry is supposed
Barry breaks 9 first.
No, Cellini has 8, but he asked for one more.
Yeah, and he doesn't do it.
Yeah, he breaks 8 of them.
Yeah, and then Barry's going to do 9.
Yeah, but Mr. Lee's like, first, let me light these shits on fire.
And once again, he douses the bricks in lighter fluid, lights them on fire, and says, this should make it easier. Why are they not disqualified?
Yes.
This is the most insane, like, lawless karate competition I've ever been a privy to.
And Barry has asthma. He's just breathing all that shit in.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
So I said, again, I feel like setting the bricks on fire would be disqualifying.
Yes.
So, of course, he does it.
Of course.
And they're celebrating. And then they just let the bricks fucking burn. And nobody's going to put them out. The whole building's going to burn down. What is happening here?
Absolutely, yeah. Shit is done. Like, Texas.
What is happening, bro? So, everybody's happy. Barry's sitting outside. Chuck Norris is next to him.
Yeah.
And then he leaves his Chuck Norris magazine behind on this bench and looks back and Chuck's not there. I don't know if the implication is that they imagine Chuck Norris being
the whole time.
And that's why I put maybe the real Chuck Norris was inside us all along. And then some little child sees the copy of Black Belt magazine.
A little child in a wheelchair.
Oh, I forgot.
He's in a wheelchair.
And he goes, ooh, has looking at like, oh shit, this is cool. And then finally, mercifully, Sidekicks is fucking over.
That's it.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
I wrote, Chuck and Barry have a moment, or do they?
Dun dun dun.
And that's Sidekicks. So,
that movie sucks. Don't watch it. That's my final.
Oh man! Now this is one that I saw when I was a kid. I was like, gotta see it again.
Never saw it.
No, this is awesome. I'm so glad you watched it.
No. Yeah, clearly, that's about as revved up as I've ever gotten during the show. Clearly it inspired something in me.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, this was it sucked ass.
Well, let's take a break so I can calm down.
Excellent. And when we come back, we're going to the max.
The Lesbian Homie, the flagship show in the 2B Empire.
Is it?
We're finished season 1, which was 2 whole ass episodes. Now we're on to season 2. As we left off, Bruce, the kind of chauvinistic, piggish main character, and E, his friend / girlfriend, who is supposed to be gay, aren't really speaking. Bruce is feeling some kind of way about it. And then Bruce's boy, Dante, said that he was hooking up with E, which led to a falling out between them. And that's really all the background we need, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
that's it.
So We start out. They got some production company logos. This is a real ass production
it's
now.
A series now.
Whoever gave them some money.
Yeah, I wish they didn't.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It really it kind of lost some of its ramshackle charm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This year is subtitled "The Bounce Back."
Mm-hmm. And it's not bouncing back.
No, it's just they're trying to expand the world of the lesbian homie, and it's less chaotic. And anyway, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
So we open with Bruce and his light-skinned friend that we met at the laundromat the last time, whose name turns out to be Jason. Mm-hmm. They're working out. Jason is telling Bruce that he doesn't hang out anymore because he's in his feels about E, or as he eloquently put it, ever since you got some of that stud box, bro, you ain't been the same. He said, when's the last time you beat some hips? When's the last time you laid with a woman?
Beat some hips. I was like, that's great.
Jesus Christ, the terminology of this movie. At the gym, Bruce is wearing a shirt that says Chubby Buff Chuff. Available at BigJaw.com.
It says available at Big Jaw on the shirt?
No.
You're just letting people know.
Yeah. I went and made sure that if you want the Chubby Buff Chuff t-shirt, just grab it off my boy Big Jaw.
There we go.
We should say, and I think we've mentioned it, that this show is the brainchild of Jedi Pickett, otherwise known as Big Jaw, with 2 H's.
2 H's.
So
all caps.
So Jason needs a ride home from the gym, but they want to go to the shoe store, and we enter it's just a fucking insane sequence. This store called Lace. In Los Angeles is 100% a real place.
Oh yeah,
I looked it up. Yeah, because they walk in and they're looking at Jordans, and Jason, he goes, "You know, this is the only black-owned shoe store in LA with a Nike contract."
They say it like 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah,
maybe Lace paid for that opening credit sequence.
Maybe
they literally just set a sequence in this place because it's a commercial.
Yep.
But
and Bruce is trying to get some buns.
Yeah, but Bruce could be trying to get buns elsewhere. Clearly they picked Lace for this purpose.
Absolutely.
There's also music between the scenes, which I don't know.
Yeah, I missed To the Max.
Yeah, there are no To the Maxes.
Not a single
it's over.
One. Not a single one.
We're keeping it alive.
The lesbian homie's not even in the episode.
Well, I don't think the lesbian homie's in this whole season.
Oh, don't say.
I don't know though. So Jason goes. He asked for a shirt in a medium.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm like, that's my size.
And then Bruce meets a new character named Reese.
Yeah, who's
like a curvier woman than E.
Oh yeah.
And it's clear that Reese is also a lesbian,
yes.
even though she's. Bruce is the last one to understand that Reese is gay.
Yeah,
and
because he has a thing for studs.
Yeah, clearly, even though he's sworn off them.
Wow, so is Reese this season's lesbian homie?
Yes, I think that's where we're headed.
Wow.
They leave the shoe store, and we meet another new character named Rob, who I guess has been playing basketball at some sort of professional or semi-professional level.
Yeah. I'm guessing Euroball.
Yeah, and he just retired. He's having a welcome home party. Mm-hmm. I guess they went to high school together, and he invites them.
Yeah.
He does say that there's going to be some thangs there, some orangutans.
I was dying. I was like, black people don't talk like that. We don't do that.
And then we get a little taste of Jason's home life. Jason is living with his ex, Lachelle.
Yeah.
Even though they're not together
that's
anymore.
His roommate, he says. So I was like, oh, shit.
He goes, I got to ride here with my roommate. Bruce goes, that's your girl. So we get a little scene between them. She's at home watching TV. He comes home.
In his room. He
goes, get out of my room, which is
when I'm finished my show.
He's clearly sleeping in the living room on a pull-out couch. And then they have an argument, and he goes, I don't ask any questions when that black BMW pulls up, so she's clearly getting thrown some by a dude in a black BMW.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, get out of my room when I'm finished my show. He goes, fuck your show. She goes, fuck your date. She's probably ugly, too. Which, by the way, he doesn't have a date.
No. And I don't know when the fuck I'm coming home.
And at some point, I wrote, someone says yammed up. I forget who, but that is the only use of yams in this entire episode.
Yeah,
so they're moving away from their bread and butter,
which
is disappointing. So we cut to Rob's party. everybody's trying to hook up, whatever. We meet another character named Los.
Yes.
Who thinks he's got a lot of game, but
says he's
doesn't.
Dominican and doesn't speak Spanish.
Los orders a Casamigos and Hennessy.
Yeah.
A Casasa Hennessy. Reese it turns out it's Rob's brother, Reese from the shoe store. She rolls up with her girl, and her girl starts dancing with Rob on the condition that Rob is not creepy to her, and then he was creepy to her, and his excuse was, your booty grazed my hand.
Reese has quadruple
Reese is a very buxom woman.
Yes. Yes, quadruple Q's out of nowhere.
And she's wearing a dress. She's wearing a feminine dress, so she looks a lot different. Bruce doesn't recognize her. And when he does, he said she looks like Queen Nefertiti.
Yes, yeah, right. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. She shoots him down again. But then he does make up with Dante at the bar.
He does.
Dante admits that he was lying and he was never actually hooking up with E.
Yeah. So, but Bruce is a bitch because what happened to bros before hoes?
Yeah, right.
Clearly.
And
he doesn't
E has left to go play ball in Italy.
Right.
And
I
Bruce,
thought we were going to go to Italy, see what E's doing.
Bruce decides to leave the party to go to talk to her and goes and talks to her sister, who I guess lives with her. And the sister kind of plays him out because he treated E shitty, which he kind of did.
He did.
And then, of course, he goes... He mentions that he knows she's hooking up with Dante, which is kind of... once again, what happened to bros before hoes?
Right. This dude, man.
So Bruce does not get his chance to talk to E, and then you get a sad montage of him walking around town set to, like, a Temu version of The Weeknd. Like, it's not the weed, but it's like... he goes and gets something to eat at 7-Eleven. They clearly were not allowed to film in the 7-Eleven because the camera stays right outside the door. Clearly, Ja was like, yo, can we film in here?
And they were like, nah.
Absolutely not.
Nah, bro,
but you see through the door that he lost his wallet.
Yeah.
So we cut to the next day. Bruce has a crazy fucking sectional.
Oh, that shit is wild.
Yeah, his sectional is like as big as my entire apartment.
That shit is crazy.
So Dante walks in, then Jason walks in, and I said, is this Hood Seinfeld? Because everyone's just walking in unannounced and talking. He said, I'm sorry, I kind of spilled the beans that I knew about you and E's sister, and he says it's fine, whatever. And at this point, he gets a call from Rob, who's like, I'm going to Vegas, but I have your wallet. I'm leaving it at my parents' house.
Yeah.
So Rob's mom calls Reese and says, come home, I need to talk to you. Yeah. Reese is going to ball.
That outfit.
Reese does not have the build to play basketball.
Nah.
Like,
not with that outfit on.
No. Reese would need, like, a lot of support, man. Yeah. Like, look, she's got gigantic boobs. Yes. Like, I'm trying to think of a real polite way to say it.
Yeah.
Reese has gigantic boobs.
I said quadruple Q's already.
Yeah.
Like, that's an understatement.
Like, it seems like it'd be a real challenge for her to make a jump shot without, like, getting hit in the face.
Or smacking someone else in the face.
Whatever. So Reese, after mom guilts her a little bit, agrees to come home. And she, of course, Reese's mom is clearly dense and doesn't understand what's going on and has a man there that she's going to set her up with. Right. And who the fuck is this guy that agrees to, like, ambush this woman at her mom's house and be like, what was his name? Was his name Quentin? I feel like it was Quentin.
Was it? We'll go with Quentin.
And hello, Reese, I'm Quentin. Like, I'm sure he's a nice dude, but he's pretty dorky, whatever the fuck.
You're more beautiful than your mom said.
You're more beautiful than your fucking Stefan or Kel ass.
Was that a Goofy impression? Like Goofy just now.
No.
It did.
No, it wasn't quite like that. Hello, you're no.
You had some Goofy going on.
I disagree. Respectfully, I disagree. Oh, I forgot. When they're at the house and they're explaining why it was a bad idea that him and E hooked up, he says Jermaine Dupri didn't hit Debrat.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
that was kind of funny.
I was like, but AI did.
So, and at that point, we're setting up the storyline for the whole movie. Reese, instead of, and look, I get it's hard. The mother wants grandkids, and Rob's apparently just out, hoeing. And
there's another sister who's playing both sides of the fence.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Why can't you be like, yo, my sister, like, that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
And you know what? Look, I sympathize. I'm sure it's hard, like, with someone who has a traditional view of you to, like, But also, by the same token, her mother should probably open her eyes and understand who Reese is.
Yeah.
And with that, I've given more thought to the lesbian homie than anyone ever has, ever. So to get mom off her back, she's like, I got a boyfriend. Yeah. And basically, I would assume this is the setup for the storyline of the whole season because Bruce shows up at the door at that exact moment. And she goes, this is my boyfriend, Bruce. Right. And so that's where we end, right? Yeah.
So do we think Bruce is going to crack?
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Okay.
I don't think it's going to lead to good things, but I think it's going to happen.
Does it ever for Bruce?
No, Bruce is a fuck up. There's no question about that. And my man Quentin, or whatever the fuck his name was, is assed out. He's going to have to find some other mom to set him up.
Yeah. Now, my assessment of this first episode of the second season, I like the lesbian homie a lot more when they were trying to like win views and not Emmys. Yeah. Because that seems to be like they're going full dramatic.
Yeah, no, there was clearly a discussion among Big John and whoever else is involved in this creatively, like, yo, we got a little budget now. This isn't just something we're doing fucking around on YouTube or whatever. Like, we have to take it a little bit more seriously. And with all due love and respect, Big John, I don't want you to take it more seriously.
Nah, and I want E back. Like that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I don't know when we're getting E back. Yeah. Who plays E? Have we ever determined the name of that actress?
Essence. That's all I know. Essence. I follow her on Instagram now.
Stephanie Nelson?
Nah, that's not her.
No?
No.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Stephanie Nelson might play Reese.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know if she had like a better offer that year or Essence Cash.
There we go. It's probably just part of the story. Because she's overseas. I'm sure like she'll come back at some point. She has to.
Yeah, there's 4 seasons of the show. Yeah. We'll see how much longer I can go with this before it starts annoying me too much. Yeah. But as of now,
we're committed. What do you mean? We can't leave this.
Well, we've watched 3 episodes. We have to watch the other 20 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to be committed to the bit, man. This is our intermission.
So I thought it lost a little bit of the magic, but we'll keep going and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So on that note, to the max.
Keep that in.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're back. And now we're going to talk about 1982's, what's the director's name?
Edward D. Murphy, man.
Edward D. Murphy. This is his 1982 classic action adventure film, Raw Force.
Raw Force, also known in the UK as Kung Fu Cannibals.
Yes.
I got put onto this movie some years ago when Exhumed Films, shout out to Exhumed Films, found a print of it and showed it at the 24-hour horror-thon in Philly. Okay. I haven't seen it since.
Wait, 24-hour horror-thon?
Oh, yeah, dude. I went every year.
Okay. So
noon to noon.
Oh, okay. So you all 24.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you take a nap, you do whatever, you leave and get something to eat and come back. But yeah, no, it's like 14 or 15 movies usually. Right. I'd probably still go if they still did it in Philly, but they do it all the way out by like King of Prussia now. And I'm engaged and I have a dog, so I just can't just disappear and watch horror movies for 24 hours anymore.
Understandable.
And I'm fine with that, in case you're listening, AJ.
So, just giving a quick recap of what Raw Force is. By the way, this is my first time seeing the film.
Yeah.
Yep. And
never heard of it even, right?
No, never even heard of it. Yeah. Now, Raw Force is a action adventure film directed by Edward D. Murphy, you said? And this movie is
Man, shut the fuck up.
It's best described as a collection of... Okay, you know what? Raw Force is... It's what I would imagine the Fast and the Furious franchise would be in the 80s if every single installment of that franchise was crammed into 80 minutes.
Yeah, I think... Okay, here's what I said, right? They were like, should we make a martial arts movie? Or should we make a zombie movie? And then they were just like, fuck it, let's do both.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of...
And teenage boys are going to like this, so let's throw some titties in there.
So many titties. Dude, I clocked the titties, and there's a period in the middle where it was like I was struggling to keep track of the boobs.
Because it was titties on titties on titties.
Yeah, it's an explicit movie.
Yeah, I love this film. So let's start off with appears to be a bit of sex trafficking going on.
More than a bit, yeah.
Yeah, there's naked women, there's an island. It's checking off all the boxes.
Yeah, and a plane being leered at by creepy white men.
Yeah.
The The pilot of the plane is an odd-looking dude in a leisure suit with a Hitler mustache. And now, at a certain point in this movie, I feel like we're led to believe this guy might actually be Hitler.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I would think so, too.
There's some creepy monks along with a corpse-painted ninja hiding in the bushes when they get to the island they're going to. Mm-hmm. Two actors get above the title credit in this.
Yes.
Which I think is crazy. It's like...
it's the captain of the ship.
Cameron Mitchell and Jeff Binney in... Cameron Mitchell, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. So what we find out is...
First boobs at 3:35, by the way. So that's one.
And what we find out is that women for jade is the trade. Bars.
Word. So they have this business where they're trading women for jade from a jade mine, right?
Yep.
The monk doesn't like one of the women, and the white-faced ninja springs from the bushes and cuts the shit out of the woman, staining her with red paint.
Yeah. She's deemed too skinny, and when she's sent back with the smugglers, they're like, well, we can't bring her with us because she knows way too much.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
So she's dead, and then we meet our main characters, the Burbank Karate Club. They're tourists, heading to Warriors Island.
Yeah. Now, are we starting off in the Philippines?
Or... I don't know that there's any clarification as to where the fuck this movie takes place. I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah, but we definitely start off in one place, and then we take the boat to another place, and then we take the boat to Warrior Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we at this point attempt to tackle the lore of Warrior Island? Because it's very confusing and doesn't make a lot of sense.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Okay. So they're getting on this boat, which is meant to be a cruise ship or something, but looks like an old steamer vessel or something. Like, is this what cruise ships looked like in the 80s? It looks
like a big-ass party boat. That's basically what it is.
I don't know, man. It looks pretty grungy.
Yeah.
The boat captain is played by this gentleman named Cameron Mitchell, who... was in a lot of, was kind of like a real actor when he was younger, but kind of found second life in the 70s and 80s in these kind of movies.
Yeah, you see that headshot?
Well, I assume he was chosen for this role because he looks a lot like Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be intentional, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's even got the eyebrows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was in all kinds of stuff when he did the Toolbox Murders. Which, you know what, good for him. He apparently he was in a porno in 1983, playing a police detective.
In the porno?
Dixie Ray Hollywood. He played a police detective in the 1983 pornographic film Dixie Ray Hollywood Star.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in Night Train to Terror in 1985, which I've seen, Space Mutiny. So this dude found a second life. He was in an episode of Knight Rider.
Wow.
Just did a lot of direct-to-video stuff, and you know what? Good for Cameron for just continuing to work.
Yeah, in this he's playing Captain Harry Dodds.
Yeah, and then he's got his sidekick is his cook named Chin, who never wears a shirt.
Yeah.
Who's like dime store Bruce Lee. Chin is interested in opening his own Chinese restaurant one day.
Yeah. So when we meet the Burbank Karate Club, we also meet Hazel Buck. She's the one that seems to be the owner of the boat.
Yeah, and her and the captain have a weird sexual tensions frenemy thing going on.
Absolutely.
I gotta be honest with you, besides Mike, who's kind of the main guy, I still don't know the names of anybody in the Burbank Karate Club.
No, there's Mike O'Malley, there's John Taylor, and then there's Gary. I don't know Gary's last name.
So the boat shoves off, right? And immediately they're
there's a martial arts expo.
Yeah, which I don't think was planned because they end up breaking a window.
Yeah.
Mike's in a banana hammock, a serious Speedo with all his body hair showing.
Oh, yeah.
God bless him.
Taco meat everywhere.
He asks a woman, "Can I pay you a modest compliment?" And if a guy in a Speedo asks, "Can I pay you a modest compliment?" the answer is always no. The women seem to enjoy the kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
There's this woman... Cookie, who is on the LA. She goes to go fight one of the guys, Gary. And the line is, "Go ahead, Cookie. He doesn't have to know you're on the LAPD SWAT team," which is just such an awkward, expository line of dialogue. And I didn't really get, the leap that just because you're on the SWAT team, you're a black belt. But you know what? Go off, Cookie.
That's what they're doing. And Cookie's accompanied by her ditzy cousin, Aileen.
I didn't even write her name down.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't write a lot of names down. I wrote down that the woman who owns the boat says they need more Smirnoff and Johnny Walker Red. So they're really
yeah,
this is a party boat here.
Absolutely. We also meet the Meek Ann and her Lothario husband, Lloyd.
Is Lloyd the guy with the mustache?
Lloyd's the guy with the mustache.
Yeah, Lloyd's a creep and looks for any chance he can to cheat on his wife, who immediately is sweet on Mike O'Malley.
Oh, yeah. Fast.
So they dock and they go to a martial arts fight with a really funny green screen crowd that's clearly not actually there.
Yeah. Well, before that, we're still on the boat. And it's before they get off, Hazel's talking to Chin.
Okay.
And she basically tells Chin, yo, we're going to Warrior Island. He all but flips shit because he's like, yo, we don't need to go there. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
And Hazel's like, yo, bro, we got to follow the money. And that's the end of it.
Yeah. And so at this point in time, the lure of Warrior Island is what? Disgraced martial arts.
Go to die.
Yeah. Like what? You lose a fight and you got to go to Warrior Island?
I don't know. How do you become a disgraced martial artist?
And they go to reclaim their honor, I feel like someone said.
Yeah, but no one's ever reclaimed their honor. They all die.
And they all just turn into zombies. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's never explained because why would it be?
Right.
So now we're in, I guess, the Philippines.
Well, I'm guessing China now.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I think we start off in the Philippines, then go to China, and then we're going to Warrior Island. So while we're in China, Hazel takes them to the Kmart of the Jade Trade.
Yeah. She said concentrated monkey brains are a delicacy. We need to get those. Yeah. Lloyd and Mike are there, and Lloyd looked for an excuse to dip out so he could take Mike to the brothel because he needs cover.
The Palace of 1,001 Pleasures.
Is that what it's called? Dear God. So they go there, and Hitler and his police. I guess the police are on the take. Hitler and the police are going to go raid there and get some more humans to traffic.
Are they really the cops? Or
maybe not.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's never really because they have a van that says police on the side, but they cover it with some other things. I don't know. That's a good question.
Thomas Spear. That's the Hitler dude's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about his henchmen and their particular modes of dress and different things, but we'll let that all come out naturally. Actually, the main guy, who I believe his name turns out to be Cooper. Yeah, Cooper is wearing. He always has a red bandana on with like a deeply fake ponytail, which he may be attached to the red bandana, right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like that's a horsehair pony.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
So inside of the brothel, Gross Lloyd is playing with a nipple at 1820. So that's our second boobs of the movie.
There we go.
Then they're looking at a pamphlet for the weird haunted island, which I thought was kind of strange.
Yeah, Mike's talking to the maitre d' May Lou about it, and then they get interrupted when a raid.
You really took notice in names.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty consistent with what I've been doing. I'm pretty good with the names.
Good.
So Mike and May Lou are talking, and they're talking about Warrior Island. And that's when Spear walks in, and he's like, "Who's going to Warrior Island? Fuck that! Everything you heard is bullshit. Don't go there."
Trying to get them to not get clued into his human trafficking operation.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck that."
So when they show up, Lloyd and Mike don't want to get arrested, obviously, so they jump out the window to like a super like Benny Hill like do 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 type score, and then they meet up with everybody else again at a bar. There's a dancer, there's boobs again at 20:52, which I believe makes 3 sets of boobs thus far, 20 minutes into the movie.
And I have in the notes, you can see that bush from the back.
Yeah, I mean that was the style at the time.
Oh yeah.
So I had that they were cops. Maybe they weren't cops. They pull up in their street clothes. They pull a knife on the captain in the disgusting bathroom, and it leads to everyone kung fu fighting.
Yep.
Cooper's wearing a red tank top. There's another guy in just overalls, and then the last guy that gets beaten up looks like Freddie Mercury. Like he's wearing like tight jeans and a white tank top, and he's got a huge bushy mustache.
Huge.
I love that the naked woman just continues to dance through the whole fight.
Doesn't stop. She's looking to see what's happening, but she doesn't miss a beat.
And then as they're getting chased, is this Mike that jumps up and karate kicks Cooper through a van window as he's driving away?
No, that's John, because he ends up on crutches later on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then Cooper crashes into a cage full of chickens and just runs away.
And John was like judging Mike earlier. He was like, "What are you doing in a whorehouse early in the middle of the day? As opposed to at night, when it's more socially acceptable." Well, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, right. And I'll tell you, he's unnecessarily nice to Lloyd, considering what a scumbag Lloyd is.
Absolutely.
F slur at 25-28.
I got 25-26.
Yeah, see, I don't know. You could be right.
Yeah, Captain Harry says in response to Cooper having a knife to him in the bathroom, I thought he was a fag until I felt his knife, which sounds crazy.
Pause.
Still. Yeah, exactly. He should have said pause.
So the shitty cruise ship is shoving off. People are throwing money at it for some reason, and they're reminded to only throw quarters and above, which I thought was kind of funny. Then we regroup with Hitler Man and his henchmen, and Cooper has the most insane Band-Aids, like prop Band-Aids on his face ridiculous. That they just like grabbed and put on him. And they want to kill everyone on the ship before they reach Warriors Island.
Yeah, so we go back to the boat.
And Mike's back in his banana hammock.
Yep.
Well, we find out that the cop's full name is Cookie Winchell.
Cookie Winchell, yeah, because the male stripper is talking to her at the park.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot going on. So this dude's having a birthday party.
Third grade teacher Steve Pulaski.
Oh, we'll get into him. The male stripper kind of looks like Tom Savini. He's got like shoulder length greasy hair and a mustache, and he like really wants to. Should talk to everyone about how he's a stripper.
Yeah. Now, what does he say? What's the male review he's a part of? What's it called?
I forget.
Yeah, it was the Stallion Canyon or something.
And he's very proud of the fact that there's no man allowed in it.
Yeah.
I guess because like dudes that dance for gay men are like lower on the totem pole of male exotic dancers.
He's super prideful.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. So Cookie orders a sweet vermouth on the rocks from the weird little bar, which. In Groundhog Day, there's a whole bit where Andy McDowell orders a sweet vermouth on the rocks with a twist, and there's a big joke about how that drink's disgusting, and Bill Murray drinks it and makes a face, and I just can't imagine that that's a coincidence.
No, they were inspired.
Yeah, and some of the like character actors in this movie are so insane looking. The bartender.
Oh yeah,
has like he's bald except for like a super curly brown red mullet sticking out both sides of the back of his head.
It's like Gallagher without his hat.
Kind of, yeah, and like he's got like red curly handlebars that kind of stretch around his as a mustache. Yeah, that's wild shit.
You said he broke the block of ice with his head, right?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
No, yeah. When she asked for her drink, for some reason, he breaks a block of ice with his head. Yeah. It's never really...
Where did the block of ice come from?
And at this point, I want to note that it looks like they filmed everything inside this cruise ship in someone's basement. Yeah. It's all fake wood paneling. More boobs at 29:01. What's that make? 4 sets of boobs?
That's 4 sets.
Okay, so now let's talk about the third grade teacher birthday boy who gives one of the more insane performances. Like he talks like I don't know, like he's
Ben
like
Stein?
In a commercial or something.
Yeah, it's a little Ben Stein there.
It's my birthday. I teach third grade, and it's weird. Like it's unnatural in a way where it almost feels like you have to try to be that. Maybe he was. I don't really know. I don't know how much of this movie is supposed to be funny. Like it's got to be some of it, right?
Yeah, some has to be. There's a wink at the end. So
yeah. This is a crazy party. A dude and a lady are hooking up in a bathroom. Her pants are so tight she can't get them off. Yeah. This other lady says
she's standing on the toilet drinking.
Yeah.
While he's trying to undress her.
This other lady shows her clearly painted on tattoo of a flower on her ass. Mrs. Fox comes in and like starts introducing women around, and like Mrs. Fox seems to maybe be doing a little light human trafficking herself.
Yeah.
Somebody says the devil's oh, yeah. So he's like, the girl's like doing a photo shoot, right?
Right.
And he's like, so why are you doing it? For the money? And she's like, well, he's like, I know why you're doing it. For the devil.
I was like, what? I was like, oh, this took a turn.
And he dead ass goes, the devil's no joke. And there's like no follow up on why this guy is the way he is.
Nope.
Like it's just something that they throw in.
Nope. A bunch of like random characters that don't matter doing random shit.
The stripper guy commits some casual sexual assault, pulling a woman's shirt down. Yep. More boobs at 31:51, which
but it's the 80s, so everyone laughs.
Which I believe makes 10 boobs total,
including
some full frontal nudity at 32:16. That's 12.
Oh yeah.
The blonde girl, who's in the shower. I'm pretty sure that's
Aileen.
Yeah, Aileen. I'm pretty sure that's a body double because you never like every shot of her naked is from the neck down.
Right.
The mustache guy, Lloyd's being a creep, more boobs at 35:04. That makes 14 boobs. I wrote, "We haven't got all night, sweetheart." That was somebody.
Oh yeah, that was Lloyd talking
trying to get to the business and cheat on his wife some more. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And so while Mike is on the deck with Ann, his wife.
Yeah,
yeah.
So the birthday boy retires to his cabin with this woman, and she's talking about her like mafioso boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Gee whiz, your boyfriend must have been far out." He doesn't even say it with that much. He's like, "Gee whiz, your boyfriend must have been far out."
Super monotone.
Yeah, yeah. More boobs at 36, 46. That makes 16. And then she ends the explanation of her backstory with, "There's a stupid murder warrant out for my arrest."
Right.
And he goes, "Well, I hope they get this boat going." Which is real funny. Then the thugs are there to ambush them.
Yeah, the village people are raiding the boat with no guns, all kung fu.
Cooper has a crossbow. He shoots creepy mustache guy's side piece in the back with an arrow.
And then Lloyd runs away because he's like, "Oh, they're ambushing people, so I'm going to fuck back in my room. Fuck my wife."
A guy gets killed, and there's a real close-up shot of him, like, clearly breathing.
Yeah.
Like, just avoid that shot. 10th set of boobs at 39:52.
10 set of boobs.
The 10th set, we're up to 20 boobs, 40 minutes into the movie.
That's a lot of tits.
Then... So the lady with the mafia boyfriend and the third grade teacher get busted in on by this thick dude in a denim vest and a motorcycle helmet with a swastika on it.
Oh yeah, he busts in with gasoline and beats Pulaski's ass. And
my man goes, "Holy smokes, who the heck is he?"
Yeah, right.
He gets the shit beat out of him. She starts kind of going at him with a gas can.
Yeah,
and he goes to tie her down, and unfortunately, it looks like this is going to go to a rapey place.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So.
Before he can slide in, another dude breaks in.
Yeah, I wrote, "Why does the cook always work in his karate outfit?"
That's a great question.
There's a fat crewman who's trying to radio for help and just takes like 3-4 axe shots to his back, which seems excessive.
I was about to say, like, I think one would have done the job.
So let's just say, like, this is like 40 minutes of the movie where it's just like people like fighting and doing things on the boat.
Yeah, it's a lot of random shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You sparsely go in and out of what our main characters are doing. The cook has a fight with a guy in a crop top Superman shirt who ultimately just gives up and jumps overboard, which is kind of weird. Sloth, pre-sloth.
So somebody busts in before the Nazi helmet guy can force himself on the woman. They have a really long fight. The guy's wearing a beanie, which is on and off in different scenes. I don't know if you noticed that. It's a big like he's got it on in one shot and off in the other.
I suspended all disbelief.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some continuity errors in Raw Force. Go figure. Eventually, the fight and goes to the bathroom, and it ends with him giving the Nazi helmet dude a swirly.
Yeah. Loved it.
There's another dude in the crew of thugs wearing a Letterman's jacket with no shirt underneath it, with his face painted like the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh shit, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
That's great.
The one guy sets the boat on fire, and so there's some like wild, primitive, like early After Effects fire, like it's just like painted over the screen.
The initial flame.
Oh, so good, so good. Look, they gave it their best shot.
Yeah. Amidst all this, Aileen gets kidnapped.
That's true.
John's kicking ass with the crutch.
But the boat catches on fire, so the survivors end up having to be in a lifeboat.
But before they go, Captain Harry's like, "Where the fuck is Hazel at?"
Oh, yeah, because he's sweet on Hazel.
Yeah, so he goes back, and Hazel, true to character, is trying to take all the money with her. You know?
Yeah.
But he's like, "Nah, bitch, we gotta go." So he gets her onto the boat, and they get out of there.
And then we cut to Hitler. We'll just call him Hitler. And Cooper chatting about their operation. And Cooper, I guess, is really dense about what's going on because he says, if the monks like sex so much, why don't they just go directly to a whorehouse and buy it themselves?
And this is when Spear enlightens him.
Yeah, that the monks are actually cannibals. Female flesh gives them the power to raise the dead. I guess they do actually make some effort at explaining where the zombies come from.
Yeah. So then Cooper's all like broken up about this, and he's like, they barbecue them? They don't boil them or anything? And
yeah, Cooper needs to know. He's like, do they put teriyaki sauce on the women at least?
And Spear's like, they barbecue them.
And they do, because we do see that later.
We do see that.
So multiple boobs at 50, 55. I've lost track. Well, just for the sake of consolidating, we'll say that's 11 sets of boobs, which makes 22.
There we go.
Hitler is flying a plane while reading Black Belt magazine, wearing old-timey goggles, and not steering the plane, from what I could tell.
I thought that was the same magazine that Jonathan Brandis had in Sidekicks.
It might have been. It might have been the exact same one.
Chuck Norris on the cover and everything.
All of a sudden, Chuck Norris is on Warriors Island.
That's his home. What are you talking about?
So they're on the life raft, and they try to get the plane's attention. Ernest Borgnine, like fake Ernest Borgnine, the captain.
Yeah.
I literally just wrote Ernest Borgnine because he looks that much like him. He just like half-heartedly shoots his gun a little bit. And that's when, unfortunately, Hitler learns that Cooper didn't finish the job and these people are still alive. And
you stupid son of a bitch.
Almost 56 minutes in, the main characters of the movie finally reach Warriors Island. This is another one that takes a little while to get to what I assume is meant to be the actual point.
But unlike Sidekicks, we're told about Warriors Island from the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know. We're preparing for this.
There's zero setup of that tournament.
Oh, none. Our survivors are Mike, Captain Harry, Hazel,
Lloyd,
Cookie, Ann, Lloyd, Gary, John, and Chin.
I can't believe you learned all these people's names. I maybe if I'd had the subtitles on, it would have...
no subtitles existed in 82, apparently.
Lloyd's snapping. He tries to take the gun. The cook immediately disarms him. By the way, for a while, it appears this gun does not have to be reloaded, which I guess was it's a revolver, which I think they shoot at least 30 times before they finally reload.
It's like, what's the game? Time Hunters?
Oh, yeah, Time Crisis.
Yeah, Time Crisis. You just shoot off the screen and reload. That's it. You know?
So they camp overnight, and we finally get a definitive scene of Mike pushing up on Lloyd's chick.
Well, but this is after Lloyd tells Mike, stay away from her.
Yeah, because Lloyd, unlike a lot of people in this movie, can sense subtext and knows what's going on.
Yeah, but Mike doesn't give a fuck. Hangs out with her anyway.
So then they happen to be walking by a graveyard. They get ambushed by Cooper and his thugs. Fake Ernest Borgnine finally reloads. He's shot that gun at least 20 times at this point.
Before that, though, Mike tells Ann in their discussion, Asian piranhas are twice as big as the American kind.
Which certainly comes back to play later.
Yes.
During this big fight, another big fight, one of the bad guys gets choked out with his own denim vest, then impaled on a flagpole, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, yo, John kind of like just hemmed him up, and he's just coughing blood up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, like, it seems like you'd really have to choke somebody hard with a denim vest to get blood to come out.
Yeah, I'm like, does this guy have, like, tuberculosis or something? Is something wrong with him? Like, how did that happen?
Bit his tongue, maybe?
Yeah, I was like, this is wild.
Like, it's Raw Force, man. Just go with it.
That's it.
Round two between the cook and Superman shirt guy, and the cook tosses him off a cliff. So emphatically, that's the end of Superman crop top, man.
Well, he rises up as Sloth in the Goonies.
Right,
that's
right.
What happens, because there's toxic waste in the waters of Warriors Bay or something.
I didn't even catch that. You really watched this more intently than I did. Good for you.
There's no toxic in it, man. I'm just trying to make connections here.
I appreciate that. That's when they finally talk to the monks. The monks aren't convinced that they're good fighters, but they will help them get off the island if they participate in Mortal Kombat with the zombie ninjas, which is basically what they're saying, right?
Basically.
We don't think you're tough enough.
Yeah, so the monks are treating them to this huge exotic fruit spread while they're inside eating barbecued bitches.
Yeah, you get a pretty graphic look at a barbecued woman, and they're just eating pieces.
Oh, just taking pieces off and just chomping down. It's crazy.
But they do rescue Eileen while running away from the zombie horde. They burn a drawbridge to keep them at bay, but not before Lloyd is conveniently stabbed and later dies in order to clear the way for Mike to smash.
Yeah, I wrote, amid the scuffle, Lloyd gets his back slashed, possibly opening up a path to Ann's pussy for Mike.
I would say definitely opening that up. Yeah. There's a point in this, like this. Eventually, Hitler and the other guys catch up on the beach. There's a point in this where it looks like Hitler's fake mustache is starting to come off.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
It's like hanging down.
So one of the zombies gets beheaded and he's squirting out blue blood. I don't know why their blood turns blue.
Yeah, there's no, it's just blue.
But there's a good bit later on where people are fighting, and in the background, the headless zombie is still walking around. That was a funny bit.
I was like,
that was hilarious. A funny bit. Yeah. Unfortunately, Hitler and Cooper are loading up the plane with Jade. I think they understand things are collapsing at Warriors Island, and they're trying to cash out.
Yeah, and right around this time, Lloyd has officially died. Mike is in there like swimwear.
Yeah. And the best is, like, in Raw Force, they give Lloyd, like, a really poetic, like, Shakespearean death. Like, we don't need all that in Raw Force. Also, this guy was a scumbag.
I was going to say, we didn't even like Lloyd.
Yeah, like, no, Anne is justifying, like, he's a good guy. No, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. But do you love him?
Like,
no.
Yeah.
It's like...
Bitch, what? Does Anne know that Lloyd is trying to get into some strange at every opportunity?
I don't think she does.
Yeah.
You know, she's got like battered wife syndrome.
Yeah, if she knew, she'd have been like, all right, Lloyd, peace. Like, while he's
peace.
Like, no, you don't get it, Desi. Fuck you.
Hey, Mike, come get this bushy twat.
Yeah. I got a big, hairy, strong man. Karate kick my, you know what.
So Piranhas is set again.
Yeah. My man Hitler should have heeded her warnings, because he falls in like.
Whoa! Before that,
oh, okay,
yeah. There's a couple other things happen.
Please.
The useless people run into the jade mine, and the capable kung fuers go to the beach because we get the crowd of zombie samurai coming out.
Yeah, no, there's a long fight scene again.
Yeah. And then I don't have any idea why Hitler jumped into the lake off of the boat.
Because it's definitely a lake. It looks like a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
It's
shit's ridiculous.
But yeah, so I mean, it's a good, like, we cut to like some footage that they found from nature documentaries of piranhas.
Yeah.
And then like they let loose some red food dye in the water, and that's how we show that my man got eaten by piranhas.
Yep. Then after all that happens, our heroes load up onto the plane. They have all this jade, so they're going to be rich.
Yeah.
There's Harry and Hazel, Gary and Cookie, Chin and May Lou, John and Aileen, Mike and Ann. So everyone's getting some buns tonight.
And a partridge in a pear tree. May Lou was who? The woman from... Yeah, she was the woman from the Palace the gentleman's establishment earlier on in the film.
The maitre d' of the Palace of 1,001 Pleasures.
Okay, so yeah, it's nice. So everybody's booed up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good.
Then we're left with a to be continued, and I'm left with the what else is there left to do?
I don't know.
You know, and that's 1982's Raw Force.
Okay, final thoughts on Raw Force, because this is a supersized episode we got going here.
Yeah, Raw Force is amazing. It's entertaining from start to finish. I give it that. I really enjoyed this film. Of what we've covered so far, I mean, aside from The Wraith, I hold The Wraith on a different level. This is my favorite film so far.
All right, I'm about to burn your fingers.
Ooh.
I thought it was just okay.
Oh, man.
I hadn't seen it in a long time. It didn't hold up to my memories of it, man.
No, when was the last time you saw this?
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Okay, you're a different person now.
Yeah, it's true. Mm-hmm. I've aged and matured, and no, I don't know. I just thought it dragged a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this, man. I thought it was just amazing. Like, so entertaining. So much nonsense. Just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks.
I just feel like maybe there's better of these kind of movies. I'm not saying it wasn't fun.
Okay, we're going to have to find what's better of these kind of movies.
But yeah, this did experience a resurgence in like the last 10 years. I think probably mostly due to the Exhumed Films thing. Vinegar Syndrome, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they do like cult movie DVD releases. Like they did a nice Blu-ray release of it and everything. So Raw Force has found its audience in more recent years.
And now it's going to get a 4K release because we just did this.
Yeah.
You know, so
make it happen.
Make it happen. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, it was way better than Sidekicks. I mean, if that's not damning with faint praise, I don't know what is. But
I think Sidekicks gave you more of a reaction than this did because Sidekicks was your first time seeing it.
Yeah.
So
and Sidekicks, whatever. I'm going to end up getting riled up again about Sidekicks.
Now, before we close this thing out, I came across something after I got finished watching Raw Force. It was an advertisement for another movie that I accidentally clicked and started watching probably the first 2 minutes of. Time Hunters with Robert Patrick.
Okay.
All right. It starts off, one of the opening crawl, it mentions the year 2025. So I'm like, could we squeeze that in and possibly like just not even like do a full blown episode just to talk about it a little bit in the next one before 2025 is over?
You know, I mean, I got Christmas break coming up. I got some time.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can cram this into something.
We'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
God damn it! Giving me more shitty movie homework.
Well, I don't want us to devote like a full episode to it. I just think it's something to talk about because Robert Patrick's in it. I love Robert Patrick. And
I'll see if I can squeeze it in between Scrooged and Christmas Vacation.
Oh, there we go.
I'm in my holiday bag.
Gotcha. I get it. I'm trying to find a holiday bag. I'm working on it.
Stay tuned next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. The week, our Christmas episode.
Ooh.
Covering the holiday heart.
And
the Grinch that stole bitches.
That sounds awesome. Goodness.
And maybe we'll talk about T1000 a little bit.
Yeah. Or we could do like a little mini something. We'll figure something out with it.
In closing, the Patriots are going to get the number 1 seed in the AFC.
That's how you really want to close things with that?
And it is what it is, man.
Man.
Patriots fans have suffered a lot. They were bad for like 3 years.
Go Colts.
Goodbye.